Hi everyone. I'm going to give you a little guidance on how to complete the exercise for this module. So you're going to be visiting a couple of websites. The first website that you're going to visit, which the link is provided, is this country-to-country net migration map, this animated map. And it shows global migration between 2010 and 2015. And so right now the map is very, very busy because we're basically looking at everybody's global migration, but I'm going to click on the United States as an example. You're not allowed to do the United States for this assignment. But if I click on the United States, now I can just see the US. And so about 3 million people have come into the United States from a variety of countries between 2010 and 2015. And we can also see there's a couple of countries outside of this. If they have a blue dot, um, that says that more people from the US entered that country than left. If they have a red dot, such as China, China had a net migration into the US of 344,359 during that period. So again, you're not allowed to do the United States. If we go back out to, I'm just going to refresh that. If you look at a country that has a red dot, that means they have more people leaving the country than they have coming into the country. So here's an example. China has more people leaving China than coming into China. It doesn't mean nobody is coming into China. It just means that more people are leaving than coming in. So you're going to do this exercise for 3 countries. And you are going to pick 3 countries. You're going to come in here. You're going to click on their bubbles. You're going to want to look at some of the major places that people are migrating from and to. You can get that information if you hover over them. And so you want to make note of all of those. And then you're going to go visit the CIA World Factbook, which there's another link provided. And so you possibly want to, or not possibly, you do want to visit the country that you chose to look at. So for here is the United States. So we clicked on that region, then we clicked on United States. And then down here, there's all of this information about the United States. There's economic information. You don't have to read all of this, but a good idea of wealth is GDP per capita, to see, about the wealth of that country, right? Do its citizens have more or less resources than another country? But what you can also see under people and society is these little population bubbles, which we had looked at before, right? So here you can see the population pyramid for the United States. And so we are in that later demographic transition where now we have this graying of our population, less children being born, and this bubble will likely just continue to move up. And so what you're going to do is, based upon what you found in this map, don't obviously, like for a place like the United States, if you were allowed to choose it, I'm not going to do research on all of these countries. You're going to look at maybe a couple of the ones where people are migrating into. And for your assignment, you're going to tell your country. You're going to say, are they having a net migration in, or a positive migration in or out? Are more people coming into the country or more people leaving the country? And then based upon that little bit of research that you've done on the World Factbook, I want to know why you think people are migrating into that country. And remember some of the reasons that we talked about. There is obviously economic opportunities, but also there's the colonizer-colonized relationship. And in addition, I want you to definitely look at those population graphs, because I also want to know what type of effects do you think this migration will have. So for example, we talked about countries where you have a large graying of the population, and perhaps a lot of migration to that country is actually bolstering that workforce because there aren't enough people to work and support the elderly, right? Because they have a very high dependency ratio, as we talked about in lecture. So now move on to that assignment, read it through, revisit this video if you have questions about how to do it, and good luck.